What's your name?
Carie.
My name's Mom, also known as Michelle. What are we making today?
Taco.
Tacos! Cinco de Mayo is Tuesday, so we thought we would show you guys how to make a really easy taco recipe. While we wait for folks to join us, we want to talk about two things. First is Flipgrid. So Special Olympics Missouri has Flipgrid challenges going for all of our athletes. So make sure you go to somo.org and look up the instructions on how to get connected to Flipgrid. You're going to want to participate in the challenges, post your videos, and share with us how you're staying healthy at home. So that's say Flipgrid. Say Flipgrid. Flipgrid, that's right. We issued a challenge last week, so we're curious to see how many of you guys actually did that challenge. And the other thing that we want to talk about is, look up there, is Target Circles. So Somo, Missouri is a part of Target Circles fundraising. So that's going for the Targets in St. Louis and Kansas City, and that's going to be available to the end of June. So it looks like we have some folks watching. Hi, Lena. Say hi, Lena.
Hi.
All right, so we are going to get started with our recipe. So we didn't want to keep you guys too long, so we already started cooking. What is this, Carie? Huh? She's apparently really sleepy. What are we cooking? What's in our pot? Taco meat. So we put some hamburger meat in our pot. We did 1 pound, and we are in the process of browning that so that it will be ready for our seasoning. So while that finishes, what I'm going to have Carie do is I'm going to have Carie, we're going to move that to the back burner so you can see what she's doing. Just remember that's hot, okay? So over here we have our seasoning set up. So Carie, why don't you come help us with our seasoning. So our first seasoning is chili powder, and you need 3/4 of a tablespoon, which is 2.5 teaspoons. So you're going to scoop that in 1, 2, and we have 1/2. That one was kind of hard, so I did that one for you. So what's our next ingredient? Cumin. So our next ingredient is cumin, and we need 1 1/2 teaspoons. So you're going to have to use 2 of these. So that's 1 teaspoon. So fill that up with right hand. Fill that up with cumin with 1 teaspoon. Yep, scrape it off the top. Remember, we scrape it. There we go. 1 teaspoon, and then it also needs 1/2 teaspoon. So do the same thing with 1/2 teaspoon. Yep, and then just scrape it as you come up and throw it on the floor. That's fantastic. All right, you don't have to hold it very hard because it doesn't have to be super hard. All right, next we are gonna need 2 teaspoons of, say it loud so they can hear you.
Salt.
Yeah, 2 teaspoons of salt. So remember, don't pour it over the bowl we're putting it in. Let me grab you a bowl to pour over. Pour it over this one so any extra goes in the bowl and not in your seasoning. So we need 2 teaspoons of salt. Carie and I love all things Mexican. We love tacos, we love nachos, we love queso. I think you have enough in there for 1 more. Perfect. All right, dump that in. Okay. All right, so that's salt. Next, you need 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Is that the 1/2 or is this? Okay, there's the 1/2, and here's the paprika. You need 1/2. Here's a trivia quiz for you. What movie has a character in it who wants to change her name to Paprika? You got to use your right hand. It's always good if you use the hand you write with to handle measuring tools, because that's your strongest hand. It's almost empty. Come here. It's like fishing. We're fishing for paprika. Here, let me try. Okay. All right, there we go. 1/2 teaspoon in our big bowl. There you go. All right. Then we need 1/4 teaspoon. See, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Can you show me the 1/4 teaspoon? The 1/4. That's right. So 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. So put that in the hand you write with. Scoop that in till it's full. Gently scrape it so you don't make messes. Good. Then we need 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. So same thing, 1/4 teaspoon. Yeah. So see if after some practice you can do that one by yourself. Gentle, there you go. Nice work. And then we need 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano. That in your left hand, there you go. 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano. And these are all soft hands. These are all Mexican seasonings. So if you would rather just buy taco seasoning in the package, you can do that. That's totally fine. We like to use the ingredients, the individual spices. And the last set is 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. This pepper is like the salt. It's a little tricky. So pour it over the bowl. There you go. You can use the bowl to rest it. Soft hands, you're holding it too tight. There you go. Just pour it. There you go. See, we got a little spilled, and that's okay. All right, so that takes care of our seasonings. So now what you want to do is you want to use this little spoon and you want to gently mix that up so that when we put it in our taco meat, it spreads around real nicely. So this recipe is going to make 8 tacos. There's only 3 people in our house, so 8 tacos is plenty, and we might even have some leftovers for lunch tomorrow. All right, good job. All right, so what we're gonna do now, so our ground meat is cooked. We've got that ready to go. So to that, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of tomato sauce. So come over here, I'll show you how to do this. So hold it with that hand, and hold that with that hand, and we're gonna scoop 1, 2, I'll let you do the last ones by yourself. Good, 3, and 4. Good job. You know what? I forgot a step, but it's okay. We can still do it. One of the things you want to do when you're cooking meat is you want to make sure that your meat is all the way done. So we have a meat thermometer, and we need our meat to be 160 degrees to be done. So Carie, I want you to take this meat thermometer, and I want you to put it inside the ground meat. You gotta hold it. Yeah, you gotta hold it. Pull your elbow up so you don't burn. And you're gonna hold it, don't drop it. And we're gonna find out if our meat is 160 degrees. I don't know if it's gonna work because it can't go all the way in the meat. Let's see. I don't think it's working. Oh no. Oh, there it goes. I'll hold it. So you see the 160, 160? You let mommy know when it hits 160, okay? I think it's broken. Okay, so we need a new meat thermometer. Oops. So we'll buy a new meat thermometer. No worries though. All right, so you have your taco sauce. I'm sorry, tomato sauce. You need 1/4 cup of salsa, which we already measured. We really like to throw our stuff in the pot. We really like the Aldi salsa. And then you need 1/2 tablespoon of tomato paste. Now, I don't have a 1/2 tablespoon, but 1/2 tablespoon is equal to 1.5 teaspoons. So this is our tomato paste. So you need to scoop 1 of each of these and put it in the bowl. Make sure it's all the way full. Okay, and then use your other one to level it off, rest it on here, and then scrape off the extra, okay? All right, go ahead and tap that one in. And if it doesn't want to come out, you can use your spoon to get it out. See? See? Look at that. All right, and then you need the 1/2 teaspoon. Make sure it's all the way full. Use your other one. Use your other one to level it off because you have too much, so you have to level it off. So press it down. There you go, and level it off. There you go. And then put that in, and you might need to use that one to help. She's got the dropsies today. Good thing we're doing everything over a pot or we'd have a really big mess. You're being so gentle. You're being gentle when you need to be soft and soft when you need to be gentle. Okay, so we have our tomato paste. So now we're going to use our mixer, so hold your pot with your left hand and mix all that up really good. And we're going to put in all of the seasonings that we measured. All right, hold on just 1 second. All right, I'm going to sprinkle that in. And you go ahead and mix that all up really well. Works better if you hold it with your left hand and stir with your right hand, because your right hand is your stronger hand. Okay. All right, go ahead and tap all of the meat off of that, so on the side of the bowl. All right, put that in the sink. And we're gonna switch to this one to finish mixing it up and then get ready to fill our tacos. Alright, so you're going to need the cheese, so put the cheese right there. So what we have doing is we have our tortillas in the microwave. You can use corn tortillas or flour tortillas. I prefer the corn tortillas. I just think they taste more like real tacos. But if all you have is flour or you prefer flour, then you can use the flour tortillas. So what we did is we wrapped the tortillas in wet paper towels to soften them so that we can fold them up. So I'm going to move the camera back so you can guys see what we're going to do here. So I'm going to tilt it down for you. There you go. So you can see this pan is what we're going to be working on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take cooking spray, Carie. Ready? And you're going to spray the top of that tortilla. Got it? Spray it. All right, stop. Too much. All right, and then we're going to take the tortilla and flip it onto the pan. Go ahead and put that down. Over there. All right, and you're going to let me grab something different so you don't make quite as big of a mess. So we're going to take a scoop of the meat. I'll do this one and show Carie. And we're going to put the meat inside our tortilla. Take a little bit of the cheese, so not a lot, just enough. And we use the dairy-free cheese, but you can use whatever cheese. And then we're going to flip it and press it, and then that is going to hold it together when it goes in the oven. Okay, you ready? All right, so spray your next tortilla. Try not to get too much. Spray it like, whoa, watch the sprayer. Don't spray that in your face. When you spray it, you got to go back and forth like this. That one too hard for you? All right, let's try this one. We're making a mess, guys. How many of you guys make messes when you cook? Who makes the biggest mess when they cook?
Mommy.
Mommy? You think it's Mommy? I think it's Daddy. I think Daddy makes the biggest mess when he cooks. All right, so we're going to switch to this. This might be a little bit easier for Carie. One of the things we're learning is that not all tools work for everyone in the kitchen, so we're trying to find different things. So just spray it. Well, it helps if you don't put it. Gotta hold it. Okay, why don't I do this part, because this is taking too long, okay? No, you're still going to do the meat and cheese. I'm just going to spray it, and you're going to fill it. All right, go ahead. We need meat. All right, scoop that in. Put some cheese in it. Yeah. All right, and then you're going to fold it in half. You might have to move some of the meat and fold it in half. And press it down, but not too hard. You don't want to tear the tortilla. Good job. All right, I'm going to move this one, and I've got this tortilla ready for you. All right, go ahead. Put the meat in. cheese. I'm gonna need a little more cheese than that. And fold it in half. Okay? All right, when you fold it in half, you want to make sure the meat stays inside the taco. All right? Next. Probably a little more meat in that one. Hold the pot so it doesn't fall. It's not hot. That part's not hot. Okay, yep, and then you use your spatula to get it where it needs to go. Now add some cheese. All right, fold it in half. This way. You got to fold the empty part where the, good job. All right, I got it. All right, fill that one up with meat. And we put aluminum foil down just because it keeps our pan from being super dirty. All right, go ahead, you got to fix it. It's only got to be on one side. You know how to do it on half, right? So it's not on the whole side. And get that meat back on. Okay, you got to fix that and put some cheese on there. Amy Vargas says, it looks great. I've never made the taco shells like that. Thanks for the recipe. We had these the other night. Were they good? All right, fold it in half. This also makes them super crispy when they come out of the oven. And they taste good when you reheat them. They just don't, they're not necessarily crispy when they come out of the microwave. Okay, yep, do it on one side. There you go. Okay, and then spread it out so it's even, so it fills the taco. Flip the spoon over. Yep, and then kind of just gently spread it out. Sometimes you have to be really gentle with the tortillas because they can tear pretty easily. A little bit more. We like cheese, don't we? Yeah. All right, fold that in half. And when you're doing this by yourself, it doesn't take quite as long, but because Carie and I are working together and she's still learning a lot of the kitchen tools and techniques, it's taking us just a little bit longer. Hold the pot so it doesn't fall. You don't want to drop all that on the floor, do you? What would happen if we dropped it all on the floor? Will we just leave it there? No, what would happen?
Spill.
Huh?
Spill it.
What?
Spill it.
We would spill it, but then what? We just leave it on the floor?
No.
What would happen?
Yeah.
We would clean it up? Are you sure we would clean it up, or would one of the dogs clean it up?
Dog.
One of the dogs would clean it up? Yeah, our dogs like it when we cook and make messes. All right, more cheese. Cheese, please. Cheese, please. Okay, good job. Fold it in half. And then we'll do our last one. Okay, I'll slide it over for you. And our last one. And if you have a little bit of meat left over, you can just make some more tacos. We have nachos on Friday for lunch because that's what Carie always used to do for school. So we're still doing Nacho Fridays. So if we have any leftover meat, we're gonna save that for our queso, our nachos tomorrow. All right, so now you're gonna put them in the oven for about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. It doesn't take very long for them to cook. The meat is already cooked, the shells are already cooked. You're really just working on browning and crisping the outside. So we have our oven set to 400 degrees. So I am gonna put these in the oven. We're gonna set a timer. Hey Siri, set a timer for 8 minutes. So while we're waiting,
8 minutes and counting.
we would like to know if you guys have any questions about cooking or the kitchen. Maybe you can share with us what you do on Cinco de Mayo. What's your favorite Mexican food? I think Carrie's gonna work a little bit on cleaning up, so I'll turn that so you can see her. We try to clean up while our food is cooking so that when we're done, we can sit down and eat and we don't have a huge mess after we're eating. So what are your favorite Mexican foods, or what are you planning to make on Taco Tuesday, which is also Cinco de Mayo? Carrie, do we have tacos every Tuesday? We try. We have some form of Mexican every Tuesday. We tried this recipe because we wanted something a little different than our normal tacos on Tuesday. Sometimes we do nachos on Taco Tuesday. What's your favorite on Taco Tuesday? We've done enchiladas, we've done nachos, we've done burritos, we've done tacos. Which is your favorite? Burritos? You like the burritos? Are you cleaning up and putting everything in the dishwasher? I think she likes how her new measuring spoons splash the water because she's spending a lot of time doing it. One thing we like to do is make our own queso because Mom is dairy-free, so we can't necessarily buy queso. Well, we could. We can buy queso from restaurants, but I can't eat it, and I love queso. So we make our own queso. I can share a link to a really good recipe when we're done. It's gluten-free, it's dairy-free. If you buy the right cheese, you could also use just regular cheese. And it's really yummy, and it only takes about 5 minutes to make. Well, okay, maybe 10, because you have to let the cheese melt. She's just cleaning away. That's one of the things when you help cook in the kitchen, it's really helpful if you clean up your mess when you're done. Right, Carrie? All right, I'm going to check our timer. I don't think much time has passed. I talk a lot, but... All right, we still have 5 minutes. She's just a-cleaning, guys. She's getting all of her mess. And she's cleaning up her mess because she made a mess when she cooked today. So I think this year for Cinco de Mayo, we are going to make... I think we might do a... like a nacho board, maybe. Like a nacho bar, not a board, like a nacho bar, like where you have the nachos and you have all the toppings on the counter and everybody can make their nachos their own way. Yeah. So, with Flipgrid, we have a challenge for you guys. So, we mentioned that Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo are both next week on May 5th. And so, Carrie and I want to challenge you to log on to Flipgrid and share your favorite Mexican dish that you're going to make or you're going to buy next week for Taco Tuesday. So, remember to go to somo.org and look for Flipgrid. And you can download that app. It gives you, Brandon's got a great video on how to download Flipgrid as well as how to create, get to the different challenges. So ours will be, I think, on Somo Health. So what is your favorite thing to do on Cinco de Mayo? Or your favorite food? Sorry, what's your favorite food? Are you going to make it yourself? Are you going to do takeout? So we just have a couple more minutes and then we're going to show you the finished tacos. Carrie, you want to put the spices up? So again, we're still cleaning up. We made a bit of a mess. Put all the spices away. But that's all right. Every great meal comes with a mess. And as long as you clean it up, you can make as big of a mess as you want. Here, I'll take those. Extra tomato sauce we'll put in the fridge. Here's a fun kitchen tip for you. I like to keep a wet washcloth handy so that when we make messes, I can go ahead and wipe them up. And that also saves time when your meal is ready because you don't have as big of a mess. And when your food comes out, you don't have to wait to eat it. And after you finish eating, you don't have a huge mess to clean up. So we still sanitize when we're done. Miss Krista's watching. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to put the salt and pepper up. Miss Krista thinks this sounds delicious. It is. It is very good. And it's a nice change up from standard tacos. Her face says she's grumpy, but she's really not. She's just really interested in if anyone has anything to say. Oops, I think I turned this down. There we go. All right, just a couple more minutes and we'll be able to take our tacos out of the oven and show you what it looks like when they're done. So Carie, you want to share with everyone what you did today? Something exciting? What exciting thing happened today?
Baby kitty.
Baby kitties. We picked up baby kitties. We are fostering 4 kittens. They are downstairs in their kennel taking naps. Yep, we're fostering 4 kittens. Can you tell everyone their names?
I don't remember.
You remember one of them is Basil. And the black one's name is Honey. And then there's Biscuit. And then what's the last one's name? Your favorite? Cookie. Cookie, that's right. So we have 4 kittens downstairs. We're not going to keep them forever. We're just fostering them. It's a good life skill for Carie to learn how to take care of other things. All right, you want to check our stuff? Our timer's about to go off. We got about a minute left. Get your gloves on. Your gloves that keep you from getting burned. These are really cool. We bought these off Amazon and they go all the way up to her elbows so she doesn't burn her arm when she reaches in the oven. Got it? You got stuck? Yeah, it gets stuck on your watch. All right, push hard. There we go. All right. It's very important to be safe when you're in the kitchen. All right, so go ahead and open that up. And you can see that our tacos are just about starting to brown. They're starting to brown there in the back, so we've got a couple more minutes, but I want you guys to be able to see the finished product before we turn off. So there are the tacos. You can see them in the oven, and when they're done, they'll be really brown and crisp and ready to go. So that is all we have for you guys today. We hope that you guys have a great day and a great weekend. And remember that next Tuesday is Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo. So have fun with your recipes that day. And that's it. What do you say now?
Bye. Yeah, watch it.